Recent legislative actions are targeting key firearm accessories. The DOJ has proposed rules to regulate certain accessories, aiming to classify them under stricter firearm laws. Additionally, certain states have enacted bans on high-capacity magazines and specific firearm components. Time's running out, and they're coming for more than just our ammo. While everyone's busy clearing out shelves of .22 and 9mm, the real targets are the accessories we rely on. Laws are changing fast, and once these items are banned, they're gone for good. In this video, we'll talk about 9 must-have gun accessories you should grab now, before it's too late. You don't want to be left wishing you'd bought these sooner. Let's dive in. Lowers and ghost guns are the foundation of firearm freedom and customization. An 80% lower isn't even classified as a firearm. It's just a block of metal or polymer that you finish yourself. But to the anti-gunners, this is public enemy number 1. They claim that ghost guns are a threat because they're untraceable and don't require a background check. What they don't tell you is how much time, effort, and skill it takes to turn an 80% lower into a functional firearm. It's not like snapping Lego pieces together. And about that argument that ghost guns are a threat because they're untraceable and don't require a background check, let's break down just how weak that argument is. When a crime is committed, the first thing forensic experts look at isn't the gun itself. It's the bullets and casings left behind. Firearms leave unique marks on bullets and shell casings, like fingerprints. But even that doesn't magically lead to the shooter. It's a starting point, not a shortcut to solving crimes. Investigations always rely on circumstantial evidence, like witness accounts, DNA, and motive, to piece together what happened. Heck, even serialized guns don't make this process any easier. Just because a gun has a serial number doesn't mean it's linked to a specific crime or individual. Guns are stolen, swapped, and sold illegally all the time. So, how exactly do ghost guns make it more impossible to catch a criminal? Spoiler, they don't. The untraceable talking point is just fear-mongering. Sounds oh so scary, but has no real impact on law enforcement's ability to do their job. Ghost guns aren't the problem. Criminals are. The anti-gunners are just using this as an excuse to push more restrictions on law-abiding gun owners. And it's how states like California, New York, and New Jersey have already banned ghost guns outright. And other states have added strict serialization and registration requirements. At the federal level, the ATF's new frame and receiver rule redefined what constitutes a firearm, targeting unfinished lowers and parts kits. They're even cracking down on companies that sell jigs and tools alongside lowers. The goal? To make it as hard as possible for gun owners to build their own firearms. If you're a hobbyist, you like building your own guns, or just want to have the option, now's the time to act. Lowers are affordable, easy to store, and an essential part of exercising your Second Amendment rights. Don't let the fearmongers take away this cornerstone of firearm ownership. 3D printed firearms and components are revolutionizing the world of gun ownership. With just a printer, the right materials, and some know-how, enthusiasts can create custom parts tailored to their needs. This cutting-edge innovation puts power in the hands of individuals, something anti-gunners can't stand. They frame 3D printed guns as a threat, claiming they bypass regulations. But let's look at the facts. Creating a firearm at home has always been legal under federal law. 3D printing simply streamlines the process, making it more accessible to responsible gun owners. That's exactly why anti-gun states like New York and New Jersey have banned them outright, with Washington, D.C. following suit. Lawmakers pushing for federal restrictions are watching these bans closely, looking to expand the crackdown. This isn't just about firearms. It's about autonomy. 3D printing represents freedom and innovation, values that anti-gunners find threatening. If you care about protecting your rights and exploring new frontiers in firearm technology, Now is the time to act. Don't let these tools of the future be snatched away before you even get a chance to try them. Pistol braces have changed the game for firearm owners, transforming AR pistols into stable, versatile tools for sport shooting and self-defense. Initially designed to assist disabled veterans, these braces have grown popular for making powerful pistols easier to control and safer to use. But naturally, their practicality has made them a prime target for anti-gunners. The argument? That pistol braces blur the line between pistols and short-barreled rifles, allegedly skirting regulations. Lawmakers have pressured the ATF to classify brace-equipped pistols as SBRs, which would require costly registration, background checks, and a $200 tax stamp. This has left millions of gun owners in regulatory limbo. State-level bans in places like California and New York are paving the way for a federal crackdown, making this more than just a hypothetical. Once federal restrictions tighten, owning a pistol brace could become a legal headache. If you value safety and practicality, this is your window to secure braces while they remain accessible. You never know when the next wave of legislation will make owning this straightforward accessory a bureaucratic nightmare. Bump stocks are back in the crosshairs, even after a Supreme Court decision overturned their federal ban. These simple devices, which use a firearm's recoil to enable faster firing, are a lightning rod for controversy. For enthusiasts, they're a fun and legal way to push the limits of semi-automatic firing rates. For anti-gunners, they've become the poster child for regulation. The 2018 federal ban on bump stocks was a turning point, but its reversal hasn't stopped states like California, New York, and Massachusetts from enacting their own bans. The Biden administration has hinted at reviving the federal prohibition, claiming public safety concerns, even though there's little evidence that banning bump stocks prevents crime. This debate isn't just about bump stocks, it's about precedent. If a single accessory can be banned by executive action, what's stopping the government from targeting other devices? Frames and receivers are the backbone of any firearm build. These critical components house the moving parts of a gun, making them indispensable for custom builds and repairs. But anti-gun advocates have latched onto them as the next target, branding them as untraceable and claiming they enable illegal activity. The ATF's new rules now classify unfinished frames and receivers as firearms, requiring serialization and background checks. This change effectively outlaws parts kits that were previously easy to obtain. States like California, New York, and New Jersey have already banned unserialized frames entirely, and federal lawmakers are taking cues from these bans to push national restrictions. Why does this matter? Frames and receivers symbolize independence. They allow gun owners to build exactly what they need, free from the limitations of off-the-shelf models. Restricting them isn't about safety. It's about control. If you've been thinking about starting a custom build, the time to act is now. Once federal bans take hold, this cornerstone of firearm ownership will be out of reach. Short barrels are all about maneuverability, carryability, and ease of storage. They're required for compact, highly maneuverable firearms, perfect for close-quarters scenarios like home defense or vehicle use. A barrel under 16 inches allows you to pack the punch of a rifle into a much smaller setup. But predictably, anti-gunners see them as too dangerous because they make firearms more concealable. Here's the irony. Short barrels are already heavily regulated. To legally own one, you either register it as a short-barreled rifle, complete with fingerprints and a $200 tax stamp, or configure it as a pistol with a brace. But even these restrictions aren't enough for lawmakers in anti-gun states like California, New York, and Illinois, where short-barreled rifles are outright banned. These state bans are becoming templates for federal action. The writing is on the wall. If federal lawmakers get their way, owning a short-barrel firearm could become nearly impossible. For now, they're still accessible, but that window won't stay open forever. If you want the unmatched functionality of a short barrel for your setup, now's the time to act. Suppressors, or silencers, as Hollywood loves to call them, are probably the most misunderstood firearm accessories. They don't make guns silent. Far from it. A suppressed .300 blackout still sounds like a jackhammer, but it's quiet enough to protect your hearing. That's their real purpose, reducing noise to safe levels for shooters and those nearby. Yet anti-gun advocates have framed suppressors as tools for criminals, claiming they allow shooters to go undetected. This couldn't be further from the truth. Suppressors are widely used by hunters, competitive shooters, and even law enforcement. Despite this, states like California, New York, and Illinois have banned them outright, with others like Massachusetts placing severe restrictions. On a federal level, they're regulated under the NFA, requiring a $200 tax stamp and a months-long approval process. And now there's talk of raising the tax to $300 and imposing even stricter rules. Suppressors are tools of safety, not crime. If you've ever thought about adding one to your setup, don't wait. Between the bans and the red tape, the opportunity to legally own a suppressor is shrinking fast. Forced reset triggers, or FRTs, and binary triggers are the ultimate upgrades for anyone who values speed and precision. FRTs reset the trigger instantly after a shot, while binary triggers fire on both the pull and release. These devices offer incredible functionality for competitive shooters, hobbyists, and anyone who wants to optimize their firearms performance. But as usual, anti-gunners are fixated on demonizing them. The ATF has already started targeting FRTs, labeling some designs as machine guns, despite their mechanical compliance with federal law. Binary triggers, while still legal, are next in line for scrutiny. States like California, New York, and New Jersey have already banned any trigger system that enhances firing speed, setting the stage for a nationwide ban. These devices aren't about circumventing laws. They're about innovation. They give responsible gun owners better control, faster follow-ups, and enhanced accuracy. But if the bans continue to spread, these innovative triggers will vanish from the market. If you're serious about customizing your firearms, there's no time to waste. Get them while you still can. High-capacity magazines and drum mags are staples for serious gun owners. Whether you're at the range, competing, or preparing for home defense in an SHTF scenario, these mags let you focus on other things that matter much more than reloading. If you have to reload every few seconds, it's a hassle you don't need. With 30, 50, or even 100-round mags, you can spend more time aiming and shooting than reloading. But of course, anti-gun politicians are obsessed with limiting our options. They argue that restricting magazine capacity will reduce crime, ignoring that criminals don't care about laws. Most blue states already ban mags over 10 rounds, and local bans in places like Boulder, Colorado, and Cook County, Illinois, are becoming models for federal legislation. A federal ban isn't just possible, it's becoming increasingly likely. Once that happens, these mags will disappear from the shelves, leaving law-abiding gun owners with limited options. If you want to keep your firearms functioning at their best, don't wait. High-capacity mags aren't just tools, they're a statement of freedom. Stock up now before they're gone. And that's all for this video. We've covered a lot of things to buy besides ammo. With lawmakers targeting these at both state and federal levels, the window to act is closing fast. But what do you think? Which of these accessories do you think is most at risk, And which ones have you already secured? Any other accessories you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with your family and friends. It's vital to spread awareness about these issues. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.